Hey guys, I am super excited that I get to share this session with you. I am so very thankful for my client who allowed me to do this. But today, you're going to see a video of the reincarnation of Moses. And I am able to ask many questions about what happened in his life and the parting of the Red Sea. Also something super interesting, we talk about what it was like under the Sphynx, because I know I had heard that under the Sphynx there is these passages that only certain people can know how to get through, and she talks about that. She also talks about that under the Sphynx there is a ship that looks like this. And that ship is, all along I thought that the Egyptians, that were related to royalty, that they had all the answers, and they, that she basically said no, that when Moses would try to touch the aircraft, it would just completely disappear. So just really, really cool information here. And it was just very interesting in how detailed she goes into a lot of detail. So it was really, really interesting information. Another lifetime that she talks about is a current lifetime on the new earth. So we talk a lot about what's going on the new earth, what it's like, and it's really super interesting. So if you have the time, I know it's a long 3 hours, but there's a reason why I pushed it that long. It was because I wanted more information. And so, maybe you can break it into little pieces as you listen to it, but trust me, it is worth it. Really, truly worth it to listen. And this client basically just came to me because she wanted to know if the past lives that she had seen using just a regular YouTube video on past life regression, if those lives were valid. And also about her purpose here, and why does she feel different? Why does she feel like she's done everything that she needed to do and she doesn't need to do anything else? And also she wanted to know about some visitations that she has had, and she wanted to see if those were ETs visiting, or if they were spirits or whatever. So we find the answers to that. So just really super cool session, a long one, but one that I really feel is worth watching. So I hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you to my client for letting me share such an exciting session. Thank you, everyone. If you would like a session to find out about your past lives, or about being abducted, or about your life purpose, I'm here. And this can also be done remotely as well using Zoom. So have a wonderful rest of the day, and hope you enjoy.
In the desert.
Okay. What do you see?
The pyramids.
Okay, what else do you see?
I see black people here and there.
What are they doing?
Just walking around. But the pyramids, they're like far in the distance. I can't stop not looking at it.
Okay.
It's very hot,
Okay.
but I love the sand.
Okay. So as you look down towards your feet, what do you see? Do you have a human body?
I don't know. I see regular feet, but then like for some reason like morphs. I don't know, but only it's like I look down and I see a right foot, and my left foot I can't really tell what it is, but the right foot looks like a man foot.
Okay.
It's sandals.
Okay. So as you move back up, as you move up your body, what are you wearing?
Like a skirt. Like it looks like a like a wealthy skirt. Like it's very intricate.
Okay. Does it have like different pictures on it or figures, or is it just colors?
It's colorful, and it looks like metal.
Metal? Okay.
A little metallic gold.
Okay.
I feel like only wealthy people wear that.
Okay. So keep describing this to me. Is there anything else important on this skirt?
The skirt's it's like a toga skirt in a way. It's like it comes around and it's slanted halfway, like, but the gold is on the front side, and then it's like white on the. It's like a white toga looking skirt, but it's made out of gold and has like intricate design on it.
Okay.
I don't know why I feel like I have like like the belt looks like a snake. I don't know, there's like this snake head around the belt.
Okay. Not a real snake though, right?
No, it's just like a design like a belt of a
the
snake.
belts of snake. Okay. Okay, and what does the snake look like? Is it gold as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what else do you see? Are there any jewels on the snake?
No, it's
Okay.
just a regular golden snake.
Okay.
Design is it's like around my waist.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay. What else do you see that you're wearing as you keep moving up?
Am I pharaoh? It's like I have like a like one of those decorative head tunics, and there's a jewel in the middle. I don't know if it's another snake head. I don't know, but it's white too, the tunic.
Okay. And the headpiece, what does the headpiece look like?
I think it's a snake head too. It's like a snake head that just like towers like that.
Okay.
He has like a beard, like a straight beard. It comes down.
Okay.
It's clean shaven, but just a beard that's like a straight rectangle. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, but it's hard?
It's pretty stiff.
Okay.
Stiff beard.
Okay. Is there anything on the beard?
No.
Okay. And what else do you see on your head? Any earrings?
earrings or? I feel like I am wearing earrings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they look like?
I feel like gauges. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not big, but medium size. I'm not sure if my ears have gauges in it.
And your face, is it a human face?
I have really broad features.
Okay. Describe them to me.
I feel like I have a very broad chin. My nose is a little pointy.
Okay.
I have big cheekbones. My eyes are a little squinty. They have like a design on them. Like it turns around like at the end, like a tail line.
Oh,
like
so you have makeup? Eye makeup?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
My eyes, they're like bluish.
They're blue?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're bluish looking.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like, I don't want to say I'm a pharaoh, but I feel like I'm part of like the royalty. Like I feel pretty wealthy.
Okay.
I'm holding a little scepter. I don't know.
Oh, what does the scepter look like?
Again, it's like curled, like a little candy cane.
Okay. What is it? Is it decorated with gold? Is it made of gold? Or?
No, black and gold.
Black and gold. Are there any animals carved out of it, or any specific figures on it?
It's just a straight candy cane looking scepter.
Okay, and what is it for? What is it used for?
It's like a baton. It's to point at stuff. I don't know. It's just decoration, I guess. It's a decorative item.
Okay.
To show part of royalty. Like I feel like I'm part of royalty.
Okay. All right. And if you hear what people call you, what do people call you when they call you?
No judgment. Moses.
Moses? Okay. Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay. And is there anybody around you?
No. I don't really see anyone around me right now.
Okay. So what are you seeing around you when you look around? What do you see?
Right now I'm closer to the pyramids. I see people working.
Okay.
I feel some type of way about the slaves.
What do you feel like?
I don't feel right. But yet I'm indifferent. I can't really do anything.
Okay. All right. What else is important about this scene?
I just see the work. People working.
Okay. And what are they doing around the pyramids? I mean, those rocks are too heavy for them to carry, so what exactly are they doing around the pyramids?
They're not working on the pyramids. They're lifting other things, like rocks and stuff. I don't know. They're paving.
So the pyramids are already built. The three
Yeah.
pyramids are already built, so they're not
already
doing
there.
anything with the pyramids.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with the pyramids. Like, they're already built. I feel like it's something to do. That was what they were ordered to do. They were ordered to build other things, other smaller things.
Okay. Is the Sphinx already there?
Yeah.
It's there. Okay.
I don't know why I just heard my father.
Okay. Is he calling out to you?
No, that's when I looked at the Sphinx. It said my father.
Oh, so when you looked at the Sphinx, you heard my father. Okay. Who is your father?
Ramesses the First.
Okay. So Ramesses. Okay. So the Sphinx was built in his name, or it was supposed to depict him.
It's supposed to depict the main pharaoh.
Okay.
The one who's in charge.
Okay. Okay, and is he still alive?
No.
Okay. So he's passed on. Okay.
My brother. Miss Dexton Lime.
Okay. Who is your brother?
The palace.
What is his name?
Ramesses II.
Okay. So what do you do day to day?
I help rule.
So you help your brother rule?
Yes, I oversee.
Okay.
Because I'm not really related.
Okay.
It bothers me.
What is bothering you?
I'm not really related.
Okay.
I was found.
You were found?
Yeah.
Okay. And how does that make you feel?
Forgotten. Not wanted. I don't belong anywhere.
Okay. So Moses, what else is important about this scene that we need to know about?
I don't like that I just stood around and allowed things to be. I didn't do anything.
Okay. So it bothers you that you're just sitting around. And Moses, how were you found?
My mom.
What's that?
I feel like I was left somewhere. I don't know where. My mom decided to take me in. I don't know who found me, but my mom was the one that decided.
Okay.
It was just, all I remember is just desert. I'm trying to remember the location, but all I know is just desert.
Okay, and how are you close to your mom?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Are you close to your brother?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
How about, were you close to your father before he passed?
No.
Okay.
Because I wasn't his son.
You were what?
I wasn't his son.
You weren't his son. So he treated you differently.
No, he treated me the same. It's just there was this disconnect. He was treating me the same as his other son. He was never emotional. But I just wasn't his. There was always a disconnect.
Mm-hmm. But did they treat you like you were a child, their child?
Yes and no. It was different for me. But I'm grateful to them because they took me in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No one knows about me because I'm not royalty. I am not really blood.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows that.
Mm-hmm.
But they know that they have to obey me because I am part of the royal family.
Okay. So what's happening right now?
I'm talking to Ramesses.
Oh, what is happening?
Telling me job well done.
Okay.
We joke around every now and then.
Okay.
He has a wife and a son.
How about you?
I have no one.
Okay.
Kind of makes me sad.
Right. Yes.
But I don't pay attention to it.
Right. So what else is important about this scene?
I'm getting acknowledged.
What is he wearing? What is your brother wearing right now?
He's wearing something like I'm wearing, but a little less dressed down. I think he's not doing any special engagements, so he's appearing to me as cordial, like friendly, like less formal.
So does he have on something on his head as well, like you do?
No, he's bald.
He's bald. Okay.
Mhm.
And do you think he's a good pharaoh?
Yes,
So you think he's doing a good job?
I think he's doing what he should be doing.
Okay. Okay. Who created the pyramids?
Ancient civilization for me.
Okay. So the pyramids were there before Ramesses was there.
Yes.
Do you guys know who made them?
No.
No?
Well, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know because I am not Pharaoh.
Okay. Do you know of any ancient information that could be housed within the Sphinx?
Yes. I know there's ancient information in there. There's secret passageways. I went down one.
Okay. So what does it look like?
There's an unknown technology in there. We as a civilization don't know how to maneuver it.
So you guys don't know how to use the information that's in there?
No.
But you do have access to it. You're able to see it and find it.
Yes.
What is the information contained in?
say a ship, but it's beneath the Sphynx. It's not above the level. It's underneath the Sphynx. There's a corridor that goes underneath. In today's world, it's covered by sand.
Okay. And so if you were trying to access the information, how would you access it?
Through the door. But the information within the ship, it's we weren't able to get inside of the ship, if that makes sense.
So the ship is covered by
the Sphynx.
By the Sphynx and by the sand.
Mm-hmm.
But you're able to see the ship? Part of the ship?
We're able to see it entirely.
Oh, you can see the whole ship.
Yes.
So the Sphynx is there to cover the ship.
Yes.
And why was there the need to cover the ship?
Because that is for people who are ready to use it. I guess so. I don't know entirely why it's only. I don't know. We always try to figure out why that's there, but we don't know. We just question and we look at it in awe. But only royalty knows. Even though I'm not pharaoh, I'm still able to at least know what's in the treasures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what is the ship made out of? What does it look like?
It kind of looks like it's fairly big. It looks like it could take up maybe like 4 people. It kind of looks like a dart with wings, but it's different shaped.
It doesn't have a certain geometric shape?
No, it's oddly shaped.
Okay. And it's black, not silver?
It's like black gray.
Okay.
It seems like it could. We touched it and it changed. It went incognito. I feel like if it's an unknown entity that touches it,
it almost like disappears.
Yeah, I think it
or
reacts
cloaks
to something. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. Is there anybody there that knows how to use it, or nobody in the royal family knows what to do with it or how to use it?
No.
Okay.
No. I feel like you have to know something else.
Okay. There is nobody inside that ship, is there?
No. No one would dare try.
Okay. But you don't see anybody inside of it?
No.
Does it have any windows?
Only in the top part, where it seems like that's where you sit.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Only there.
Okay. Do you know if this ship was ever immortalized in the hieroglyphics anywhere?
I feel like it was talked about, but I don't know. Our own civilization wasn't able to even understand the logic that was placed in some of the information left behind. We just revered it, if that makes sense. No one tried to compute or understand. We just respected where it came from and our ancestry.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where it came from?
No.
Okay. Okay. Why was the Sphinx created? It was just mostly to why was the Sphinx created? Do you know?
I feel like the Sphinx was created so that I don't know, I just feel like it was created to show the power of our ancestry, to show what we can do, our civilization.
So was it created during Ramesses' reign?
No.
Okay. So it was there before Ramesses got there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, is there anything else important about this scene?
No.
Okay. So let's close this scene and let's move to another important day in Moses' life. Another important day in Moses' life.
I ran away.
Okay, so you ran away.
I left. I say run away, but I left because I felt like I didn't belong there. I felt like I was lying to myself.
Okay. So how did you run away? What did you do?
I left everything behind. Everything.
Okay.
All my jewels. Ramesses. Everything I ever known. I just walked away. And I didn't even say goodbye.
Okay.
I felt like it was the right thing to do because Ramesses probably would have talked me out of it.
Okay. And did you know where you were going?
No. I just walked. And walked. And walked. Till I found green.
Okay.
I did bring water with me, of course. So I didn't
Okay.
die. It was scorching hot.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't know which way to go. Was there anybody guiding you? Did you have intuition or a voice that was talking to you?
Something told me to just walk, but I asked about the direction I was told to walk and where it would lead.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me it would lead to Israel.
Okay. And who's telling you? Do you know?
I don't know why it said Israel.
Okay.
Is that right geographically? But all I know, it was leading me to another place that was nearby. And it had green. I'm not sure the exact place, name.
Mm-hmm.
But that name rang to me for some reason.
So did you make it safely?
Yes.
Okay.
I was really tired from the journey.
So where did you end up sleeping that first night?
I found a gypsy spot where there was like a caravan,
Mm-hmm.
tight-knit group. They were very warm and welcoming.
Okay.
They gave me food and water and shelter. I've never met people so warm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So what happens next?
I stay.
You stay with them.
Yes.
Okay.
They changed the course of my life forever.
Okay.
I'm married.
You married? Okay. And what's the name of your wife?
Starts with an M. I feel bad if I don't say her name right.
Okay.
Because she was so special to
Okay. So you get married to her?
me.
Okay. And what happens next?
I had children, but before that I had a mission.
So let's move to the next important day in Moses' life. Be there now.
I'm in a village alongside Egypt. I'm at the palace. I'm talking to people like I'm giving a speech. The slaves. I'm telling them
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to be slaves. They can walk with me.
Okay.
They can turn this down. They can be free with me.
Okay. And what do you think your brother's gonna say?
He'll be very disappointed. But I get the feeling that Ramesses didn't fight me on this.
Okay. So he knew that you were doing that?
He got word.
Okay.
I feel like Ramesses was disappointed, but I felt like he could just get new ones.
Okay.
I took so many people with me.
It took so many people what?
I took so many people with me.
Okay. Beautiful.
It was like hundreds. They were following me. What? All I did was say that they can choose different. They listened to me. I can't speak for nothing. I didn't speak for anything all my life, and the one time that I do, people follow me.
Beautiful, isn't it? So what happens next now that you have all these people following you?
We went on a journey. I brought them to a new land.
did you know where you were going?
I didn't. I'll just promise them that there's a new place to begin. And it's not here.
Okay. So you went from where to where?
Jordan.
Okay.
We walked. We stopped. We walked. We stopped. I never stopped giving them hope. I believed in something so much more bigger.
What did you guys eat? Did you bring food?
There, every now and then we stopped. We were able to hunt. Because during the journey it was still desert, and then there was fields where there was, jaguars or deer, or we feasted off of that.
Mm-hmm. And you had enough water to drink?
Yes.
Okay.
We didn't have a worry. There was a time when we were worried about water, though. There was a rock. All I did was just tap the rock, and water came out, and people thought I was God. I just tapped the rock.
How did you know to tap the rock?
I just tapped it. I just banged the rock because I was just frustrated, and water came out of it. It was like a well. They thought I was God or something.
So it wasn't that you were told by God to tap the rock. It was just out of frustration that you tapped the rock.
Yeah, because I led these people who were getting low on water.
So you felt responsible.
Yes, I felt so much responsibility. These
Okay.
people were following me.
Okay. So you got lucky and the rock started giving out water.
Yeah.
Okay. So now they're looking at you in a different way.
They're idolizing me.
Okay.
I didn't want that. I just wanted them to just follow me.
Okay. But all along, it wasn't like you had somebody speaking to you, telling you what to do.
No.
No.
I think call it intuition.
Intuition, yes.
I knew what I had to do.
Okay.
I felt that because I wasn't part of the royalty, I must have came from them.
Okay.
If I wasn't royalty, if I wasn't blood, then I was a Hebrew. I couldn't let my people suffer. Oh, I hate saying my people. But I was them. They were me. They idolized
Your
me.
tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People think that I led them that I was some kind of god. I didn't understand. But I left them be.
Okay. And so what's the next important thing that happens in this journey?
We finally landed.
Okay.
Finally stopped and made a home.
Okay.
Overlooking pastures.
Did you have to cross any type of ocean or any type of water?
There was an ocean. But they thought I opened the water. But that was just a receding of the ocean. Like, it was like we could go around it. It was I don't know how to explain it.
The tide?
Yeah.
So the tide made the water recede. Okay.
They thought I had the power to do that. They'd never seen ocean.
Oh. Okay, so they thought you parted the sea because they had never seen the ocean recede because
Yes.
of the tide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can like walk around it. So we did, but I didn't
Do anything special?
I
Okay.
just let them.
Okay. Okay. And what happened after that? You went around then and then you found a new village or a new place to... And how did you know it was the right place to stop and stay?
It had everything.
Okay.
It had lush green,
Mm-hmm.
water, food. It was it was kind of in the mountains, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
It was overlooking green pastures. It was perfect.
What kind of food was there?
Bison? Like, I don't want to say moose, but it was like a venison. There you go.
Okay.
Deer,
Okay.
fish.
Okay.
We would eat on those rocks. Like, we would make rock plates. And we would eat on them. I liked the sound of when you would eat on the rock plates. And with like a utensil, it was that you can use to scoop up the food, and it sounded like clay or marble banging on something. I don't know why I liked the sound of it.
Okay.
But I saw that I led people
Mm-hmm.
to freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you changed their lives.
I did not realize that what I was doing until like near my end of my years, when I saw everyone together, and I realized that I led people. I led people.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone revered me, and I didn't understand why. I was so focused on helping them get to the next point that I never stood and took a second to admire the blessings,
Mm-hmm.
the good.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to please everyone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And was there ever any information provided to you from up above?
Yes and no. I feel like I had a dream that I was meant to do something. I was meant to help, but I didn't know how. What triggered that honestly was the people I met, the lessons I've learned through them. I didn't realize that they would teach me such beautiful things, show me love and warmth. And I realized where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
Those people don't know love or freedom or warm fire where they don't have to worry about being slashed every day. I had to do something.
Mm-hmm. And you did do something.
I did. I am grateful for my brother. He didn't make it hard.
Right. Okay. So let's close the scene and let's move forward to another important day in Moses' life. Moving forward to another important day in Moses' life. What happens then?
about to die.
Okay.
And I knew it. My body was getting weak.
Okay.
I have so many sons. I would say 4.
4 sons?
Yes.
Is your wife still alive?
No, I feel like she's gone.
Okay. What are your sons' names?
Why do I hear Ephraim or Abraham?
Okay.
Joseph. Isaiah. And Luke.
Okay. And they're there with you?
Yes. They're very wise. Very strong young men.
And during your lifetime, were you ever given commandments or rules that people should live by?
Yes and no. But mostly no.
No?
I feel that people came to me for guidance. Everyone in the tribe did. And they asked me questions about how I live my life and how and why I chose to lead the people, what triggered me. Everything I said wasn't too exciting. It was pretty cut and dry. But I did tell them that I never gave up. That it is okay to love another that's different than from your own. I did tell them that this life is not meant to be dictated or run by another person or your own mind. I told them a lot of different things. I didn't think like many people. I did what I felt I needed to do without second guessing. Of course, I was not always the best speaker, but I never put anyone above myself. Even though I was a Pharaoh's possible son that no one seemed to pay attention to, I never was so rude to the people or that I was ruling. I was so indifferent. I was so different from the pharaohs that I never really made commandments. The people did that.
Okay.
They thought I was directed by Yahweh.
Yes, why did they think that?
Because I was able to give water. Because I was able to lead them on a long journey. Because I was able to instill in them passion and insight and love. But they had it all along. I just said that you can do it. I feel that they needed a bright light in the darkness that they were in. And they thought I was Yahweh. They thought I was guided by Yahweh. I was not. Maybe in some way he was guiding me.
But it was all intuition. It wasn't like you heard a voice or anything like that.
No, just that one dream.
Okay. So now that you were on your deathbed, What are you dying of?
I would say old age,
Okay.
frailty,
Okay.
sickness. My immune system's poor.
Okay. So I want you to take that last breath. Take that last breath, osmosis, and now move on to the other side of the veil. And as you look back at your life osmosis, what was your life lesson?
My life lesson was you can only do so much. Don't break yourself or kill yourself over being perfect. You're only one person.
Okay.
Sometimes the best is enough.
Okay. So now that your soul has moved on from this lifetime, where does it go?
I feel like I'm floating a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just completely content right now. I'm not seeking anything.
Okay.
I feel like I've done a wonderful job in my past life. I feel like I'm ready to do some more.
Okay. So what happens next?
Well, I'm on a planet that's very different.
Okay.
It's like a shot down there. It was really weird. I'm on like the atmosphere is like purple. Like not too purple, but it's like purple greenish. I don't know. The ground looks a little black. It's like a weird looking planet.
Okay. And are you on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you look down to where your body, do you have a body?
What kind of feet is that?
Describe them to me.
They're green feet with 3 fingers. I don't know. I got like 3 toes.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? I mean, my foot's like, it looks pretty petite, but it's like I have like 3 toes.
Okay.
I don't know, and I'm greenish.
Okay.
Looks kind of like human leg. Like I got human legs, but like my toes, I got like 3 of them.
Okay. And do the toes have nails on them?
Yeah, they look like talons a little. They're not like sinking into the ground, but they're a little long.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you move up your body, what are you wearing anything or no?
I don't know. I feel like I got a tail.
Okay. So what are you
I
seeing?
feel like a lizard woman.
Okay. So you're female?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Pretty like petite.
okay.
Like I like moving. I don't know why. Like I just like moving. Like.
Okay. And so you have a tail, and are you wearing anything or no?
At first I saw that I was like naked, but then now I'm like wearing like it seems like a cloth, like a leather cloth on my like a skirt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what kind of like body I got really. It just looks different.
Mm-hmm. You have arms?
I do. I got like 2 2 arms.
How many fingers?
3.
Okay. And do you have nails on the fingers?
They're smaller than the feet and fingernails.
Okay. And what else do you see as you move up the body into the neck and the head?
I do have some boobs.
Okay. What do you see?
I have yellowish eyes.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get a good grasp on how I look, but it's a little hard.
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is like the eyes are the most distinct.
Okay. And do you have hair?
Yeah. I see like long black hair.
Long black hair, straight?
Yeah. I feel like I'm a lizard queen or something. Maybe not queen, I don't know.
Do you have anything on your head? Any jewelry?
Yeah, actually I do. I got like a little crown. Silver.
Oh, okay. You do have a crown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't know, like connecting with this one's hard.
What does the crown symbolize?
Symbolizes royalty.
Okay. So
like
what do
in
you do
charge.
there?
I run the colony.
Okay, and what does the colony do? What is their job?
The colony, I feel like all they do is just work, work, work. I feel like it's a working colony. Like you kind of like you live and you die working.
Okay, and what are they working on?
All sorts of things, mechanical stuff, building, growing, but we grow differently. There's also very smart people that like to work on like traveling, like airplanes, not airplanes, but like air transportation. They like working on that type of stuff. And there's also like imports and exports, that kind of stuff going on.
Imports
Trading.
and exports.
Trading.
Trading with who?
I feel like there are different colonies.
And the same planet?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't feel like I run like all the colonies. I feel like everyone has their own rulers of each one. But I rule this one, and I don't like calling myself royalty. I just call myself in charge. Like.
Mm-hmm. So what is, since you are in charge, what do you do when you're in charge?
It seems like I just help to I help to regulate the colony's functions, because the colony thrives off of these functions.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole purpose of our species.
Okay. And do you guys eat food?
We do. It's like a slush looking thing. I don't know. We don't eat too much. Like it's just like when we're hungry, we're hungry. We eat the slush. I don't really feel like there's like our appetites aren't through the roof.
Okay. So what is your planet called?
It starts with an A. I don't really know how to pronounce it.
Spell it.
ALTIR. IRRE? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right.
What do people call you?
Shia? Like but they have a beginning name to that. Like it's not a term that's used here. It's just to show that I'm in charge. That
Okay.
I don't know the name.
So your name is Mashaya?
Ishaya.
Ishaya?
Ishaya.
Okay. And how long do people last in your planet?
Oh, it lasts a long time.
Yeah?
Even evolution, if that makes sense. Like change. But we last years, maybe 200.
Okay.
But we evolve.
Okay. And what, do you have a family?
The term family doesn't resonate with me. I
Okay.
feel like it's something like close family ties, but I do bear children.
So you do reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
How are babies born?
Mating.
Okay. Are they born the same way they're born in the earth?
They are born the way that humans.
Babies are born?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't have close ties with people. Romantic ties, and we don't know that.
It's not an emotional type of
No, it's logic.
logical. Okay.
Mental.
Okay.
We have duties.
Okay. And what's important about this scene?
Right now I'm giving orders on how to handle the trading between my colony and another. What I will not accept and what they will give. I'm pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't get the sense that my species is hostile, but when it's necessary, we do what we have to do.
Okay. And do you get visitors from other planets?
Yes and no, but I feel like it depends on which colony is open to it. I'm not open to it.
Okay. So you only deal with other colonies within the same planet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to close this scene. We're going to close this scene and move to another important day in Ishaya's life. Moving to another important day where something important is happening in her life.
Somebody pissed me off.
So what happened?
Somebody slighted me.
Mm-hmm. So
And I am the person in charge.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it wasn't in my colony, it was in another's. It was somebody encroached in my territory, and I do not like that. Unless you get permission, you don't come into my territory. So I feel like that is of the highest disrespect, is if there is encroachment on another colony's territory and there's no discussion about it. I was livid.
Okay, so what do you do about it?
As brutal as it sounds, I take someone's head.
Okay.
I get what I want.
Okay.
I don't like doing that, but I don't care.
Okay. So, is there anything else important about this scene?
No, I'm just having people track down who encroached, and I get the answers from that person as towards which colony that was.
Okay.
Then I go and I have a discussion with that colony's elite, and then I tell them I'm taking one of theirs head.
And they agree to it?
No, they don't like that. They don't want one of theirs to die. Well, what are they doing in my territory? Without my permission.
Okay.
So the thing is that colonies have different resources. The drive of our species is about resources. So if you encroach in someone else's territory when it is about that, we think you're trying to steal. You're trying to get ideas. You're trying to find a way to usurp. It's just the highest disrespect. You don't encroach in other people's areas.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to close this scene, and we're going to move to the last day of Aisha's life, moving to the last day of Aisha's life, to the time where she's about to take her last breath. What's happening?
I feel like someone's scheduled to have me killed.
Okay. And is it somebody in your own colony?
Nope. My colony is very loyal to me. It was someone didn't like me. I didn't really make friends like that. Someone did not like me. I got stabbed.
Okay. Okay. So let's move past that, and let's go to now being on the other side of the veil where you have left that body. And as you look back into that lifetime, what was the purpose of that lifetime? What was the lesson to be learned?
Sometimes the most extreme of action is not necessary.
Okay.
But I did learn what it's like to not have emotions at all.
Yeah.
To not care about how others viewed me. I was very uncaring. All I cared about is my colony and the resources, and just me.
Okay. Okay, so now that you see the soul leaving that body, what happens to that soul?
I'm floating again. I do see Greece. the next one.
Okay. And how do you pick these incarnations?
According to what I've learned, I go through the different extremities of things. But I feel like my soul is choosing emotional type of experiences, like deep emotional experiences, or those that don't have it at all. I feel like I'm learning different facets of what it's like to love and not.
Okay. So when you pick a life, it's the choice that you're doing all on your own. Okay.
I feel like I'm choosing, like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to learn this. And I'm so carefree about it. I just want to learn. Let's try this life.
Okay. So you were saying you're in Greece?
I see Greece, yes.
Okay. Where are you in Greece?
This is during a time of maybe like AD. I'm not exactly sure. It was during a time when there were like city-states.
Okay.
I was just a measly Greek woman, not attached to royalty, but I had someone that was a beautiful white woman.
Okay.
Beautiful brown hair. It was curly. Very timid. Yet so smart.
Okay. And what was her purpose?
Her purpose was to learn to stand up for herself.
Okay. And so what do you see right now? What does she look like?
She's wearing gladiator shoes.
Okay.
A long orange dress. She was really rounded. Like she ate good.
Okay.
She wasn't like, overweight, but she ate good. She had brown eyes. Fair, very fair skin. She loved to garden, I could tell.
Okay.
She loved doing her hair.
Okay.
She loved doing updos, having them down.
And how old is she?
I'm looking at her as if she's, I keep hearing 15, but if she was 15, she looked like a grown woman. I do. But, maybe 15 to 18, I would give it that.
And what does she have a family?
She does.
Okay.
She has a quaint life.
Okay.
Like she is staying with her parents right now during this time.
Okay. And what does she do day to day?
She helps her mom.
Okay.
She like helps with cooking, cleaning. She helps with sewing. So people come and they ask for sewing jobs. And she gardens. She likes to do that. She's very hands-on. She also loves to read.
And what is she doing right now?
Right now, she's helping her mom with sewing.
Okay.
And she's talking with her mom. She has a very good relationship with her parents.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what else is important about this scene?
The warmth of the home.
Okay.
It's very warm. She's very content, very happy.
Beautiful.
She's sketching like she's using this wooden thing, and she has a silk cloth over it, and she's putting the needles in and out of like the small holes, and she's making an intricate floral design. It's beautiful.
Wow.
She's very talented.
Okay. What do people call her?
Helena.
Okay. Okay, so let's close this scene and move to another important day in Helena's life. Be there now.
She got hit in the face
By what?
by her husband.
Oh, okay.
She's on the ground. She's bleeding from her mouth.
Okay.
She's so angry, so upset. He grabs her by the shoulders. He spits in her face. Oh my God.
Okay. So she's being abused. Okay. What's going on? You're feeling her pain? Yeah. All right. Release that sadness and that pain. Release it. And watch it as an observer. You don't have to feel it.
Okay.
So as you observe the situation, what happens when this is over?
She endures it because she's pregnant.
Okay. Okay. So
If she leaves, she'll endure ridicule. People will start to think she's a whore.
okay.
Because it's bad in that time for the wife to be divorced or to leave the husband.
Okay. So let's close that scene and go to another important day in Helena's life.
Her son is born.
Okay.
He's so beautiful.
Okay.
Out of all the darkness, that's the light.
And does it feel like this beautiful son is somebody in Amanda's life today?
No, not yet.
No? Okay.
No. He's watching me.
Okay. And what about the husband? Was the husband someone in Amanda's life?
No.
Okay.
I keep staring at the beautiful baby.
Mm-hmm.
He has blue eyes.
Mm.
The husband isn't around because he's drunk.
Mm. Okay.
Good, he doesn't deserve to see this beautiful beauty.
Mm. Okay. So the baby's born while the husband's away?
Yes. But I'm at a maiden place where people are, like other females are taking care of me.
Mm-hmm.
They're helping to take care of me, nurse.
Okay.
But he knows I'm having the baby. He didn't want to come.
Okay.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
This baby doesn't need that negativity.
Okay, beautiful. Is there anything else important about this scene?
I name him Sebastian.
Okay. Beautiful. So what happens next?
I'm ready to go back home, but I'm sad. I want to stay longer, just me and my baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. I don't want my baby to be around that. I could go home to my parents. They're dead.
Okay. So what happens next?
I go back home. He's not there. Thank God. So I just rest and I fall asleep with the baby in my arms.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the door open. I wake up and shake.
Mm.
I'm frightened, but don't know what mood he is in today.
Okay, so you're scared.
Yeah, I'm scared for me and my baby. But he acts different this time.
Okay.
Because he sees the baby.
Is he happy to see the baby?
Yeah, he grabs the baby from me and he's just hugging on him.
Okay.
And kissing him.
Okay.
Doesn't really acknowledge me.
Mm.
He's like, I have a name for him. I said, I already named him. Sebastian. He's like, I guess that's okay.
Mm.
So
Okay.
disgusting.
Okay. So let's close that scene. And let's move to another important day in Helena's life when something important is happening.
I am leaving him. I'm running away.
Okay.
But before I do, I planned it with my son because he's of age now. He's 18.
Oh, wow.
I stayed till he was of age. I had him when I was young. So now I'm only, 30-something, 40. I can leave now. I still have the rest of my life. And I told my son, me and my son have the best relationship, and I told him, you've seen how Daddy treats me? And he said, yes, Mommy, I do. I don't like it when he does that. And I told him that's why I'm going to leave. And Sebastian was for it. Sebastian had to stay though, because Sebastian had to be taken care of by him. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was going to do. But Sebastian understood. I said I would take him with me, but Sebastian, he's like, Mom, no. You go, I'll stay here, and I'll make sure Dad doesn't follow you. I was like, okay. Oh, I embraced him so tight. The most important blessing in my life. I told him I'll find him. I will come back when I find a place. And he said he'll be right there. Because his dad does not treat him horrible.
So it was only you. Okay.
He has a relatively well relationship with his dad.
So where do you go?
I run off. I found out through word of mouth that an old friend of mine became married to one of the kings in the city-state. She became well off. I said, I'm going to go run to her. We were old childhood friends. And I ran to her, and she took me in. So I stayed there.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So let's close that scene. And let's move to the last day of Helena's life where she's taking her last breath.
My son is beside me. He's holding my hand. I'm in bed. I have cancer.
Okay.
I think it's stomach cancer. Something in the stomach region. I'm still at my friend's city-state castle. I stayed there. They took so good care of me. I had the time of my life there. But my son, I think he's 30 now. I died pretty young. But before I died, I was looking at him and I see his father. But but he was so handsome. He had his blue eyes are so piercing, and his hair was like blondish brown, and it was beautiful. He looked like a prince.
Wow.
He said he met someone.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So now I want you to take your last breath and pass on to the next behind the veil. And as you leave that body, what was your life lesson?
You deserve better. Don't take anything less than what you deserve. Fight for what's right for yourself, not for someone else. Life is fleeting. You only have one life to live. Love the best way you know how, And if that person does not have the best interest for you, you let them be, you let them go. You move on, go to the next. Don't stay because of fear of how other people will view you.
Yes. A beautiful lesson. Beautiful lesson. So what happens to your body now?
I'm floating. Floating.
Where do you go?
I just feel like I'm just in the air.
Okay.
Just there. No thought in the world, just completely okay.
So nobody comes to welcome you? Anybody come to welcome you?
I feel like people come to welcome me when I'm afraid of dying.
Ah. Okay.
But I feel that I was never afraid to die. I was always so even-tempered in my life that I have had, or that I am experiencing, or that I've always knew I was coming back to a safe place. But I feel like I float, and then I go to the next thing.
So you literally move from life to life.
Yeah. I literally float and I move to the next thing. I don't feel like I'm alone when I'm floating. I don't feel any sadness. I just feel like I'm not in a place where like somebody's waiting for me. I don't know why, but I just don't. I just feel like I'm just floating. Like right now, I don't feel like anyone's right there, but I'm okay with that.
Okay. So do you have a connection to source in this space?
Yes. But I feel like I'm not. I feel like there's different levels to when you pass on. I feel like when you pass on, you're in like a waiting place, like when you're like that's just you. And then you go to another level after that. If you don't choose to pick a life, you go to another level. That's where source is. But I don't know. I feel like I'm in a calm, floating space right now.
Beautiful. So that's the place where I wanted you to be as we reach out to your higher self, because I feel that is where the higher self is, in that in between place.
Yes.
And do we have a permission from your higher self to talk to it?
Yes.
Beautiful. So Amanda had lots of interesting questions to ask, but before we do so, I wanted to ask, you presented her with several lifetimes that seem to be important to her right now, and that the first lifetime being that of Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you show her that lifetime?
Because she was asking.
Okay.
She felt the most akin to it.
Okay, so she feels a very strong connection to that lifetime.
Yes.
Okay. And is Moses part of her life now in any way?
No, not in that essence. I feel that she is one with Moses, if that makes sense.
Yes. I just wasn't sure if maybe he had become a guide for her. So what was her purpose? What was the life purpose there?
In Moses' life?
Mm-hmm.
To realize her power. I feel that Moses' life was about acknowledgement of the amount of power that you have within yourself to lead a great amount of people. And all it takes is one step. And Amanda's most akin to that, because in this life, she's asked to do the same. But not in the way that Moses did. It's in a different way.
Okay. Okay. What about Helena? What was the reason behind showing her the life of Helena?
There was a period of time in her life before Amanda's where she was in an abusive relationship. The karma from the past relationship where Helena was in drafted over into this life. Amanda had to realize her power before it was too late. The relationship with the past person that she was with, it was like the relationship that Helena was in, except it was of a different sort, and it could have escalated. So she saved herself.
Okay, beautiful. What was the reason behind showing her the green yellow-eyed empress on a purplish planet?
To remember her strength, that there is a facet to her being in this life, that she is able to lead people, but in order to do so, she has to have strength, and she cannot be faulted or moved if people choose to not see her way. Not everyone's meant to be like you, not everyone's meant to see things like you, and as you progress forward, you're going to see that you're going to be called to be a leader. Don't falter.
Yes, know your power. You have been there before.
Mm-hmm.
There's another past life that she's seen before, where she was a male on another planet,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a different type skin and maybe was a humanoid being.
Mm-hmm.
The type of being that would swing in trees and live off nature. Was that an accurate past life for her?
It wasn't the past life, it's happening now.
Okay, so it's a parallel lifetime.
Yes.
Okay.
He communicated with her.
Okay, and how does he do that?
When she was thinking of him, when she was doing a past life regression, he communicated with her during that time.
Okay.
He introduced himself. He didn't say his name, but he let her know that he is on the other side. Or not the other side, but he is living like she is.
Okay. And what is he doing in that planet? What does he do?
He is of a different sort of being that is more of a bulky kind of physical body. His species is more, they're more one with nature. I get a feeling that it's kind of like they're future tense of humans. Like, I'm not exactly sure, but it seems that he is more in the future, and he's one with nature. He's able to climb trees. He's able to meditate, and he knows he's able to move in and out of the ether. He's a very spiritual being.
Okay.
I get the feeling it's future Earth.
Future Earth.
Okay. But I'm not sure. See, it looks like Earth, but it's like Earth. He had like he's wearing nothing but rags, like but it's not bad rags. It's just he's covering up his male parts with a brown sheath looking kind of thing, and he's very bulky. His ears are a little big. He has very strong features.
Okay.
He loves to just climb up trees.
Like Tarzan.
Yeah.
Are there any other past lives that you want to bring up to her attention today that she needs to know about?
Yes.
Okay.
Shall I take her?
Absolutely.
I see trees.
Okay.
A lot of trees. I feel like I'm in the rainforest.
Okay.
I'm walking. I feel like I know my way through the forest. I feel indigenous to this forest.
Okay.
I feel like a hunter-gatherer. I don't know. I see fire. Like burning fire on the ground. Like I have a little area to camp out at.
Okay. What's happening?
About to cook some fish.
Are you in your home?
I don't feel like it's my home. I feel like I'm nomadic.
Okay.
I feel like I have one person that stays with me, but they ventured off. I feel like it's a woman. I'm a male. She's come back.
Okay.
She has blonde hair.
And what's important about this scene?
They were brought to break bread. We went and we gathered food. I think she brought back some branches, some stuff to make the fire hotter. She brought a rabbit. The best thing that we love about this is we said a prayer before we took their lives.
Okay.
She's my mate.
And are you here on planet Earth?
Yes and no. Not this Earth.
Okay.
Another one.
Okay. In a parallel reality?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the same man that we talked about before?
Yes.
And why do we need to see him again?
Because his life is important.
Okay. So what is important about this life?
So she can learn about New Earth.
Ah, okay. So the new Earth is happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know that I'm here talking to her. Like as I'm breaking bread, I know that there's communication going on with the other me.
Okay.
As weird as that sounds.
Okay.
I'm very spiritual, cognizant. I'm in touch.
Are you aware of all your other lives going on right now, other than Amanda's?
Yes and no. It's when they come in contact with me. It's like when they try to connect with another life where their higher self, my higher self, wants to connect with this life.
Mm-hmm.
I can sense that they're doing that.
Okay. And what is your name?
Ethan.
Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, Ethan. Thank you for stopping by.
Mm-hmm.
What else would you like Amanda to know about the new Earth?
That all of her hopes and everything that she knows is going to come true one day.
Beautiful. So are you in the future or are you happening right now?
That's difficult to say. Because either way, Earth is going to change for the better. I'm happening now, but I am also kind of happening in the future.
Okay.
There is no really time on anything, but it's going to happen regardless.
So are you this Earth in many years where it's gotten better, or are you a completely separate, newly created Earth?
I would say I'm the second separate,
newly created Earth?
Yes.
Okay. So Amanda is part of that new Earth by incarnating as you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's meant to experience this kind of life that I'm in. To experience the new Earth.
Okay.
To see what it's like, what she was hoping for.
Okay. And are you able to show her what it looks like?
It'd be my pleasure. We're very strong beings in the new Earth. We have amazing capabilities, and our minds are a lot bigger than how they are now. We use all regions of our brains in this life, and we're also able to go inside and out of the ether.
Okay. And is the planet populated as much as it is now?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, so there's a lot less people on the planet.
Yes, the earth has a chance to breathe.
Now, is that because it's newly created, or is that because they're trying to keep the population at a low level?
It's about keeping the population at a low level. We're at a more of a higher consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what we need to do to keep the earth as a survivable planet. There are, as pertains to the modern Amanda's day and age, there are too many people on the land. The resources are being worn out, and there's more population than there are more resources.
Mm-hmm.
On this planet of my time, there are lesser people, and the survivability is much higher for both sides. We communicate with the earth, and we also communicate with the animals. We thank the animals for living and for sustaining our life in this time frame, because their life is still going to recycle back in whichever form it so chooses, but it's helping to sustain my body in this earth.
Okay. So I understand that you don't have a place where you live. You are nomadic.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what the new earth is going to be like? There aren't going to be buildings or houses?
Yes. There's not going to be much as we would love to use our minds to create mechanical and revolutionary technology, which there are those of our civilizations that are able to do that, but we don't feel like it's necessary to do such a thing. We are more one with the earth, and we're able to come and go as we please. As our lives end, we don't feel that technology is the means of life. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the means. The earth is too beautiful. It has so many resources. What's necessary of technology besides to travel from planet to planet?
Mm-hmm.
We can also trade with other beings from other planets. We're now in contact with them.
So you're more of a galactic community.
Yes.
Okay. Is this new earth in the same star system as planet Earth, or no?
No.
Okay.
It dials back down to the way that the universe is made up. The universe is evolutionizing, so as it shrinks or as it gets into more of a higher vibration, I don't know how to explain it, but the earth is shifting in dimensions and paradigms, and as it's doing so, so is the universe. I mean, everything is changing. So we cannot possibly be in the same place as Earth is now, in your time.
Okay. Is it because you're at a higher dimension?
Mm-hmm.
You're vibrating higher.
Yes. Think of it like this. Earth is still getting to that dimension regardless. Either you hop on the train or you're going to get stuck. You're going to just get knocked off.
Mm-hmm.
Humans have no choice but to evolutionize.
Okay. Because the planet Earth is also going to a higher dimension.
Yes.
So you can't have, I would imagine that you can't have somebody who vibrates low living in a high vibration
Yes.
planet.
They will find it very difficult.
Okay. Okay. And on this new Earth, does it look the same as this planet Earth with the beautiful nature and oxygen and mountains? And does it have the same type of history like Machu Picchu and Stonehenge and things like that, or no?
We call it like ancient history.
So it does have ancient history type things?
Yes, but we don't live in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We make the now. The past, of course, we're grateful for it, and that's our ancestry, but the now, what we can create, what we can do for other dimensions, other people, our past lives, the fact that we can transmute and communicate with our past lives now is far reaching than recollecting or remembering that our civilizations happen to create these monuments. But I don't necessarily, the monuments that once were are not here, if that's what you mean. The earth is totally different now. It's more healthy. There's more ocean water. There's more of ice, and the Antarctic and the Arctic, the South. They're both grown exponentially. Everything's beautiful here. Everything's grown. It's not major weather patterns or anything like that we exhibit. Of course, there's rains and maybe thunderstorms, but nothing extreme anymore, because the earth and us is one now.
The earth is happy. It doesn't need to get rid of all this negative energy that is in it.
No. That just brings back another thing. The talk about reptilians being on the planet. The only beings that are on the planet now in my time is just the human civilization. We are now respected. So other civilizations are not encroaching on ours. We have made pacts with them. Versus in time with you, the human civilizations in your time, there are other beings encroaching on Earth that are living underneath and feeding off the negative energy and thriving off of it. So Earth is everyone's playground right now.
Is that why Earth is in such turmoil?
Yes.
Okay.
The consciousness hasn't grown yet.
Okay. So, what can Amanda and I do to help with that?
Continue to do what you're doing. Reaching out, spreading the word, talking to like-minded people, telling them that there's a lot more than meets the eye. And to be, of course, sensitive to other people's views as always. But spreading the word, being yourselves, that's what's going to revolutionize and going to spread like wildfire. It's already growing.
Yes. But at least not fast enough for me.
I know, it's...
Yeah. I would like to be given the ability to help more, but it's not coming to me fast enough.
Yes.
But I'm trying to do my best.
The best is enough.
That is true. That is true. And is there, for Amanda to talk to you, all she has to do is call your name and you'll be able to hear her?
Yes. But she'll find that she won't need to call on me often.
Okay.
She'll be, she already knows what she needs to do. She just needs to work on that faith.
And trusting. Okay.
She already has the faith. She just keeps doubting herself. The same with everyone. It's in this world. It's hard to keep the same level of frequency, to just keep it going. Everyone's just like up and down and up and down and up and down. Sometimes it's okay to just try to just be the same. Just try it. Be the same.
So I know there's a lot of people that want to know more about the new Earth, and they probably will be watching this video. What else would you like them to know about the new Earth? and how to get there.
The thing is that it's not like it's far away. It can happen. It's just a matter of consciousness, readiness, people listening, and openness. To get to that next level is to just don't settle for what's here. Nothing's just what it is. Everything can change. Everything is mutable. Everything can become what you want it to be. The new earth is not really that far. All it takes is just one thought.
One thought, meaning for us to imagine we're already there.
One thought to take yourself into feeling like you're already going to be there. Like it's, how to explain it? A state of being. Imagine if everyone in the world was already in a state of being that was full of bliss, that they knew that they can manifest anything that they wanted, and that everything that's in front of them at face value, it can be extinguished. It's all about perception. And if you just allow yourself to be placed into a place of being, which is on the same wavelength of positivity. I hate saying positivity, but in that type of term. Of faith. Just a thought that everything's going to be okay. And that there's more to this life than just struggle and strife and pain. It'll all go away. And it starts in the individual life, and then it becomes collective. I feel like everyone's looking at it like, oh my gosh, there's so much work that needs to be done. It's a collective thing, but it starts individually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just one thought, and that's your own. Like starting, like for example, we could start small. You get up out of bed and you're sad because I don't want to start the day. But all you have to do is just take one thought. Instead of letting that one thought come in and say, oh, I don't want to start the day, you say, okay, I'm ready to start the day. What's new? It's just one thought. And then the next thing you'll know, you'll start to get into the habit of changing another and changing another, changing another. And then the vibration changes. The state of being changes of your life. You'll start to see new opportunities, new possibilities. And then your vibration is so good that everyone you affect, everyone you touch, they start to feel that good vibes. They start to feel the goodness. And then they're wondering, how are they being like that? They want to know your ways. They want to know, how do you just walk around with your head held high and so unbothered? It's because I chose to change one thought. Then they're going to want to do it. And then the vibration changes with them. It's a collective thing. I feel that everyone has the ability to change the way the earth is just by how they are with one another and how they are with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It starts first with you. Everyone else will tag along because that energy, that vibration is where it's normal. Like why we're so attracted to that energy is because that's home. That's where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be down. We're not supposed to be feeling sad or that we're always getting the bad. There will come a time or there will be a catastrophic event, and everyone will have no choice but to choose one thought, one action. The new earth is still on the way.
Mm-hmm. So, do we have it in our future that what happened to Atlantis will happen again? Maybe not in the same manner with a flood, but maybe something else?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely, and it'll be by our own hands. It won't be because of an alien species.
Mm-hmm. So will that clean out our planet from all the other non-friendly aliens? How do we get rid of these parasites?
I personally can only tell you that the way to get rid of anything starts with the individual person. You'll start to see that like-minded people group together. Like-minded people group together can't really get rid of anything unless there's like a war between one side and the other. Can't really do that. There's always a bad. There's always going to be a bad. Can't be a good without a bad. So to try to drive out all the bad is like trying to drive out all the water on this earth.
So the new earth does have bad in it?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
There are stragglers.
Okay. Okay.
Not everyone is completely perfect. Everyone's still struggling in the new earth. Not everyone, some are still struggling in the new earth to adapt. Or some are caving into or using their abilities for bad.
Okay.
There's always bad.
But we're still human, as in the same DNA. In other words, they haven't taken our DNA and changed it in the new earth.
No.
It's still the same old human being.
The only thing that changed is that we evolutionized. We grew with the vibration of the earth. We changed with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do corporations exist in the new earth?
No.
Okay.
We got rid with business.
No money.
No monetary. The only thing that we tend to use for is trading, like resources. Like we'll say, okay, you want to have this? I'll give you this for this. Cool. We are very we don't place a hold onto the resources of the earth because the earth gives us it freely. We all have free roam with what we're doing, because some may be in the far regions and they come to another region and they have something that we would have to do a while to journey to get there, but we just exchange what we have with them. It's that simple.
Okay. So what happens with people that are mentally or not physically capable of bartering because they don't have anything, they don't have the ability to go get food to barter with or to do anything with? What happens with the people?
Then we give readily. We share.
Okay.
There's nothing. We're very giving in this time. We're not greedy, or our ego does not play with our mind often. For some, they choose to listen to their ego. Of course, there's always someone, but the majority, the consciousness is mostly letting the ego take the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the consciousness is like.
Okay. So I'm imagining a place where, like you said, there's not really a whole lot of technology, so there's no celebrities and there's no egoic type
No.
humans.
No, I feel the civilizations we were before, when we had that hierarchy playing, it's no more. Celebrities, titles, when we had that limitations on us, it stroked our ego. So we had to detach that and then place anew, and to allow ourselves to just be who we are, to meditate, to reflect, and to be one with our abilities and with this earth. We are not all technology based, but like I said, we have very brilliant minds. So we are able to help create or help other nations with their technology. So we're able to help progress their technology, but we choose to not use it on our planet. We don't see the need to do that. We'd rather travel by foot.
Okay. So there are no airplanes to go to vacation spots or resorts or anything like that. Okay.
No, we can enjoy the beautiful areas without having to pay for it.
Okay. Beautiful. Is there anything else we need to know about the new Earth?
Just that the new earth is bountiful, and there's so much possibility here. There's peacefulness, there's rarely any strife, and if there is strife and there is people that are hurting another, we tend to deal with it in a very different way. How to explain it? Like the ego is stroked when there is bad fear or anything, instead of putting fear into the person that caused the pain, we tend to take the person to a place mentally, and we, using telepathy, tend to allow them to see the cause of their actions so that they feel it. I don't know how exactly to explain it. We're very advanced. We use our minds to help heal the person to why they felt the need to hurt another. And they themselves are evolved enough to understand their actions through telepathy. We help them along. We don't necessarily react in, oh my God, they need to go to jail.
Okay. So we take care of the people.
Yes, because they were once us. Like we were once them. If we weren't who we were, we would be them. If I wasn't who I was, or for example, I'll better use the time frame in your time. If Amanda wasn't who she was, then she could possibly be like the other person that thought it was okay to take another person's life. She would have been just like that too, but except that's not the way that her life is going. We don't know the reasons why the path went that way. So why should we condemn wholeheartedly another being for living the path that they're on? As atrocious and as crazy as it sounds, we could easily be that person. There's no need to fight fire with fire, negativity with negativity, life for life. that's only going to bring more pain. You find it easy to take a life? You find it easy to take a life even though that person took another person's life? It doesn't make it any easier. You're still taking a life. You yourself aren't built to take a life in this life. So why would you take another life? Because they did it? You're only doing that because they took the life. Does that make you feel good?
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
But no one in this time is meant to understand that, and that's okay.
Again, what I tell people is this: what would Jesus do?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus is not going to go kill someone who just killed someone. The
Yes.
Christ consciousness is there for a reason, and it is for us to follow.
Mm-hmm.
What to treat, how to give us a sample of how we should be treating others.
Yes.
And there's only compassion and love.
Mm-hmm.
It is the only way.
Imagine when I was saying about talking to this person that took that other person's life, and I was using my mind. Telepathy wise, I planted a seed in that person's head because for some reason the disconnect in that person's mind and in that person's life did not have love behind it. We don't feel the need to take a life because there's love behind us. That person that took that person's life, something did not have love behind it. So we use our telepathy and our mind to dig deep into that person's mind and pull out what was traumatic for them, what hurt them. And it's healing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like this job.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, I love it. This new earth sounds like where I need to be. I can't wait to get there.
Who knows? You're probably already there.
Probably.
Like not in the sense where like right now this is your life, but who knows? You have another life in that life right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably already there.
That's true. Maybe they're helping me now in this life, like they're helping you.
Yes. They're coaching.
Beautiful. Is there anything else, Ethan, that you think we need to know?
Love one another. And also I feel like it's mostly for you and Amanda and those out there that wish to help, to put the word, to help people, is to continue to do so and to keep the faith. Because it's a big thing, it's a broad activity, it's a broad thing, bigger than you and I, that to have everybody to just hear or resonate or see something, and then something within them will be triggered because it's known, like they already know it.
Mm-hmm.
They already know the answer to everything, but it's the world that's keeping them blind. So you guys are like the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping them see.
Yeah.
They'll get it. Patience.
Yes. Thank you, Ethan, so much for all the information you have provided us today.
Thank you.
So now we'd like to go back to speaking to the higher self, Amanda's higher self. Amanda was having psychic experiences and she wants to know if they're real. She's been channeling Archangel Michael.
Yes.
Can you confirm for her that it is real?
She is 100% correct.
Beautiful. How should she progress on this?
Faith, trust, listen, be still, meditate. Your abilities are expanding, which is why you're not sleeping at night. You are receiving information as you sleep. You already know that he is present because you feel him, especially when you ask him to touch your forehead to help heal your body. The other day, Amanda, so I will give background. The other day, Amanda asked Archangel Michael to come forward, and he did. She asked him if she can help clear out any negativity that is in her mind. And she asked him to place his hand on my forehead, on her forehead. And he did. And when she did that, she felt electricity go through every single part of her body. And her body began to do movements that were unnatural. Archangel Michael was coaching her through it, saying, it's okay, your body is receiving my energy. And that was actually confirmation for her. She wouldn't just be twitching out of nowhere, and that's just crazy.
Beautiful. So that was plenty of proof for her.
It was, but she still tends to doubt.
Yes.
It's crazy.
All right, well, once she hears the recording, now she knows what she's supposed to do.
Yes.
So what is her life purpose? Why is she here?
She's meant to lead. She's meant to at least lead people with knowledge.
People. Okay.
Not in the sense of rallying up people.
Like she did in the past.
Yes, it's not like that. It's more discreet.
Mm-hmm.
She will find her path. As she goes along to law school, it's going to open up doors for her. She will be finding that she will be able to meet a wide range of people, and along the way she will end up meeting someone. And that person will help to pinpoint where she needs to go.
Okay, so she should continue going on to law school then?
Yes.
Okay. Is the man she's with right now the one for her?
Yes. He has a lot to work on, though.
Okay, was he in any of her previous past lives?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe that soul contract?
He was her son, Sebastian.
Okay. What is their soul contract in this lifetime?
Was it? Helena's heart chakra is not open right now.
Okay.
She is contradicting herself.
All right, that's something we can help today. We can open her heart chakra. Is that something you're doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's opening up so that she can have faith in this process and allow the work to happen.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Okay, she's allowing me to continue to talk now.
Okay.
He was a child in a past life.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Sebastian, it feels like it was. But the child and her had a very strong relationship. And it was a very strong bond. The soul contract is to allow each other to stress and invigorate, like basically how do I explain it? Make it bigger than close it. It's like meant to exercise the heart chakra for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're meant to have their heart chakras go in and out, like exercise it. They're both very similar. That's what the soul contract is about. It's about that while your heart chakra is being stroked, in and out, how well can you keep your head above water? That's what the relationship is about. How well can you maneuver through the functions of fear and worry and fear of neglect? If you're able to go in and out of that, how well can you come out of it? How well can you bounce back?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do to make sure you don't do the same problems over and over and over again? So they both exercise aspects of themselves that it's like the shadow side. Like their shadow side is always exercised or stroked between one another.
Mm-hmm.
How well can you put it under? How well can you put it under, or how well can you accept it? Yes. So he was her son in another life.
Okay. What is keeping her from overcoming her laziness? Why does she feel like she has done all the work she needed to do?
One moment. She used to stop jumping from idea to idea so much. She has a busy mind. She can never just focus on one idea. So she's always like, well, I guess I'm not going to do anything. So it invokes laziness and uncertainty and indecisiveness. Doesn't help with productivity. If all you want to do is one thing and then another and then another and then, oh no, I don't want to do that. Sometimes just relax and choose one thought. She might say easier said than done, But it really is that simple. If you feel that your mind is running a mile a minute and all you're thinking is one thing and another, meditate. Then you'll be able to focus on one after that. Meditate, meditate, meditate.
Okay. Why does she feel like she doesn't need to achieve monetary things?
Because she knows what the world's really meant to be like. She sees it for what it is. She knows that this world isn't real. That's why she feels that she doesn't feel the need to work hard for something when the world is not built the right way. She already knows.
And she also has the knowledge from the other earth, knowing that on that earth money doesn't mean anything.
Yes. And she's very in tune with the other lives that she had. It's like she came to this world and she already knew way before anything. It's not like she had to learn everything all over again. It's like she intuitively, instinctively knew what it was.
Okay. Okay, and why does she feel like she needs to provide healing and knowledge to others?
Because that's what she's supposed to do. She has a lot of it. As do you.
Okay. So it's her life purpose, as we found out before.
Mm-hmm.
Why does she struggle with moodiness and quick irritation?
Because she doesn't like this world. It's not the same, like her energy is too, it's already evolving. Like she knows that she's not on the same frequency as a lot, not even her partner. Her partner is going to get there though.
Okay. Beautiful. Was she ever been abducted?
No, but aliens do visit her.
Okay, so is that the beings that she sees at night when she wakes up?
Yes, no.
Okay.
It's other spirits as well, but there have been some that come and visit her from time to time. I think it's because she thinks about them. They know when someone's thinking about them more than often. I feel that there are certain species out there that can sense when they're wanting to get abducted. And they kind of just come out of curiosity to see what the person's like. I feel like the beings that experiment, or the aliens that experiment on specific people, they are very selective. Perhaps it could be through contracts with that person, or it could also be that it's based upon specific specifications according to what they're experimenting. They have not chosen her to abduct or to do experiments on. No one in her lineage had made that kind of pact.
Okay. Okay, so you said aliens do come. What kind of aliens?
Little grays.
Little grays? Okay.
Yes, one time it was a tall gray.
Okay. And who are the beings that are not aliens that are in her realm?
There are spirits around her house. A couple are not of high vibration. There are also some spirits from beyond that, of other neighbors, like surrounding her area, that have people that have passed on that come to visit her because she's in close proximity. She's starting to grow psychically and seeing people from beyond. So they come to visit her from time to time to see if she's ready.
Okay. So does she need to clear out those negative energies from her house?
Yes, she does. Sage.
Yeah, but that only holds them back for a little while, right? So what does she need to do to get them to not come back?
They say something about salt, but salt around the front door We spray salt around the front door would help a little bit. Sage would definitely help cleanse the home for a time, but salt around the exit and entry points, because when you come in and out, there are, when you venture out into the world and you come back, you collect energy from other areas. So you tag those little footprints with you when you come into your home. The salt will help to cleanse it before you come through, so that'll keep them out. I feel that as when she uses the sage in different parts of her houses and places the salt, they'll be able to be cleansed from the home.
Okay. So she had a dream long ago when she was 13 to 15 that she thought her knees were broken and her dad was carrying her to the car in front of her Coral Springs house. Except she didn't live in that house yet. So why does she remember this so vividly?
Because it did happen, just not during that time, quote, quote, that she was living. Sometimes different lives diverge, like they tend to touch each other, that you're living, it's parallel lives. Sometimes they tend to diverge when they're on the same path. So when there's a specific point or a specific choice that was made, sometimes that's what separates you from another life. When it diverged like that, she chose something separate than the other life that went on here. So it's a different life.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, although I'm not sure if people that don't know Dolores will know what you're talking about, but I completely understand what you mean as far as we have many realities going on at the same time, and that seems to be part of a different reality of Amanda.
Yes.
Okay.
Everywhere. Like, everyone knows there are choices. Imagine if the choices that you made were not just in this life. You have another life, but you made a different choice in another life. Like, as odd as it sounds, sometimes time isn't always just linear. There's different kinds.
Right. Yes.
Kind of like a kaleidoscope.
It's the same life, but there's different things going on in each reality of that life. Okay. Can she meet her guardian angel?
Yes, she may.
Okay. Does she have one or many?
She is about 30. Sounds a little crazy, but there is one guardian angel that does come around quite often, but she has 30 altogether that are people that watch over her.
Okay. And would these be spirit guides or something different?
They're spirit guides. They're guides. They interchange. They have different roles throughout her life.
Okay.
But the one that's with her often now, I can have her meet.
Okay, please do, and let me know when. Okay.
He's a black man.
Okay.
He is her grandfather.
Okay.
She always had an affinity for her grandfather, but they never met. So her grandfather is the one that's following her all the time, always thinking about her, as so is she, always thinking about him. But they never met.
Did they meet in another life?
No.
Okay.
They were always just akin spiritually.
Okay, so who is the child spirit that the psychic told her was around her when she visited her in November of 2017?
It's going to be her daughter.
Oh, okay. So she's already hanging out with her.
Mm-hmm.
She can't wait to get born, huh?
She won't be born for a little while, though.
Mm-hmm. So, the information about Thoth that she has been reading, is it fact or fiction?
It's fact.
Okay.
The reason why there's not much information about the gentleman is because people don't want. People behind the scenes don't want other people, the world, to know much about Thoth.
Is there anything that we need to let people know about right now?
In regards to Thoth?
Yes.
In regards to Thoth and scripture, the scripture that they read in all forms of religions, as offensive as it may sound, it's rooted from an ancient scripture that was made by Thoth. Thoth had his priests and priestesses travel to other regions of the world with his knowledge from Atlantis. Before Atlantis sunk, he had been told beforehand that he was going to have to do something, and he was already given a mission to do so. But then everything happened to Atlantis, and there actually were different places around the world that encompassed Atlantis. Like, they were not just this one area, but something happened with where there was a specific portal or machinery. And it's not really machinery, but it's consciousness based. Something happened, it blew up, Atlantis sunk. Thoth had to travel, and he found a civilization in Egypt, and they there were able to he was able to start developing and sending out word and doing this or that about what Christ consciousness told him. I would say Christ consciousness, but to make it understandable in his time, he didn't call it that, but to make it understandable for everyone else, that's what happened.
Okay.
If to go more in depth, I feel that people should read up about Thoth.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. What is happening with Kyle?
Kyle's in a dark place. He, growing up, wasn't able to have the kind of love that Amanda got. I mean, he received love from all ways, but the love that her father showed to her brother was very harsh. He did not take it well. It triggered parts of his psyche. Brought about his depression, his bipolar disorder. He held in a lot of negativity, so it really messed with his energy and his mind. So as things progressed and life happened to him, he tended to generate the disease or the disorder that people call schizoaffective. The relationship between them was less than great, and that relationship between them was meant to have, and it still is to this day, it's meant to help Amanda bring herself to more of a even temper emotionally, when to dabble in her emotions and when not to. Be rational. It's for her to be rational in specific situations, especially like this.
So is it part of his contract for this to happen, or can we do a surrogate healing for him.
It is part of his contract, but the healing would be very much necessary.
Okay. So together with Amanda's higher self, I request that we do a healing for Kyle, and that we heal everything that can be healed and is allowed to be healed, that does not contradict his contract. And if you can please let me know when the healing has been completed.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of healing being done. One moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So Amanda had dreams about alien spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
What were these dreams about? Why did she see these dreams?
Because around that time, there were aliens visiting her.
Okay. So she was able to see through the roof, or how was she able to see these? Telepathically, or?
Yes. She was sleeping. They didn't abduct her or anything, but when they did visit her, they made their presence known. And it was in her dream.
Okay. So how does that compare to the alien ship that was next to her while she was driving one day from down south?
They were observing. It was during that point in time, around that time, she was thinking a lot about alien civilizations, aliens, around that time frame. As she was driving one night, the alien stopped to see her and was driving alongside the car, and then he quickly vanished. It was just to make himself known.
Okay. Is he connected to her in any way?
No.
No?
Yeah. Curiosity.
Ah, okay. Okay. She had a question about why was she so sad as a child? She was always crying.
From her past life, like before she came in, there was still emotional residue from that time that she had not fully dealt with. And even then, from the past life, it was still in this time of this life where she was still dealing and sorting through her emotions. She didn't really know how to be rational. She let her emotions get deep unnecessarily. So it's a combination of both.
Okay. But it's something that she's healed from?
Yes, currently she is.
Okay. Are there any other past lives she needs to be aware of that are affecting her right now?
No.
Okay. Are there any subconscious beliefs that she needs to know about that are affecting her life right now?
Relinquish the desire to be looked at a specific way. You don't have to please everyone. That's pretty much that. Just be who you are. Walk in your own truth. Own your truth. Do it confidently. And be the best version of who you are. She already knows all of the great qualities that she possesses. So now she'll just needs to put them to work.
Okay.
Don't doubt herself.
Okay, perfect. Are there any passed down ancestral energies that are affecting her in her life?
Yes and no. Probably from her dad's side.
Okay.
His psychic ability. And back then, I believe that her dad exercised in some sort of ritual that wasn't necessarily all too good for the all, if that makes sense. So it was promoting negative energy instead of the good.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was affecting him. I believe that's why it was also affecting the brother in a way through that time as well, like when they were growing up. His dad no longer does that,
Mm-hmm.
but he was her dad was at the time pretty big on Santeria, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So are there any of those energies that we need to clear out of her space?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so if you could please do that right now and let me know when they have been released or removed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you. Does she have any external energies attached to her?
No. She's pretty good with protecting herself energetically.
Okay. Any thought forms that she might have created in her body that need to be removed?
Yes.
Okay. Where are they located?
In the sacral region.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to put my hand over this area. And I want to remove that energy as you heal it. And as I take this energy out of this area, we're going to seal it with loving pink energy. And I release that energy into the universe to be transmuted into love. She all clear now?
Yes. There's one more region. It's the root area.
Okay. What is the other region?
The root.
The root chakra?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm putting my hand over this area as she gives me all that energy. Release it into the universe, and we fill that area with beautiful pink loving energy.
He's good.
She's all clear now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Has she made any vows in any past lives, other dimensions, or current lives that are affecting her in this lifetime?
No.
Do you have any final messages for Amanda or Elisa at this time?
The work that you do, Elisa, is very reputable, and it is helping to affect Amanda's life a lot, and those of others. You are helping her to expand as towards where she wants to go in life and what she wants to do, and how she should better feel comfortable in it. And as for Amanda, I hope that she continues to move forward with faith and with ease. She accomplishes the things that she wants to accomplish with ease, and she is successful in it. And she continues to have that positive energy and that positive mindset as she endures and achieves anything that she comes across. She has the power, as does everyone.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Okay, thank you so much for all the information you have provided us.